welcome to this new video where we are going to dive into find missing observation. So here you have like a bunch of explanation that may be confusing. If you want to talk about this in a more practical way, this is what it will look like. Let us take this example. We have rows, we have 1 5 6, we have a mean of 3 and n of 4. So it means that we are going to have like a sum of the element that has been displayed plus the sum of the element that you are going to guess. I put 4 of them here because we have n equal to 4, so we need to guess 4 of the element, divided by the size of the rows, which is this size of the rows, plus n, that should give you means. So this is what you should do. So you should guess 4 items in such a way that you are going to have this. So for me to do so, what I will do is that I will first like compute a subsum, which is going to be this, and this subsum is going to be means times this element minus s, because s is going to go this side. And you do agree with me that if the subsum is actually less than n, that means I cannot even give 1 to each of the elements, so it's an empty. If it's greater than 6 times n, that means I cannot even give 6 to all of the elements. Otherwise, because after giving 6 to all of the elements, I will find myself with still some element left. So if you fall in any of those two scenarios, we are just going to return empty array. Otherwise, what we are going to do, we are going to fill, and our filling strategy will be as follow. We give 1 to everyone, and after giving 1 to everyone, we are just going to fill fill one by one at the fullest. That means I will come here, I will give him the fullest that I can give, come here and give him the fullest that I can give. And since I'm sure that I'm going to stop somewhere, I will definitely stop somewhere and I will return my array. So let's dive into the code. First thing, computing this sum. So I'll just call it s to make it easy. So I'll just have like int s, we're going to be accumulate of rows that begin and then the rows that end. Sorry for this. Yeah, there we go. So I have my sum. The next thing I need to compute is the subtotal. The subtotal is this one. The subtotal, like I said, is equal to means times this minus this. So it's going to be, we're going to have subtotal, which is going to be equal to means times the rows dot size plus n, yes, minus now s. So here I have my subtotal. The first thing has been computed, so I have my subtotal, which is this. So the second thing I need to do is to evaluate the returning empty array thing. So the returning empty array thing is what I was saying. If the subtotal is actually less than n, that means I cannot even give 1 to n to all of them. Or if n times 6 is actually less than the subtotal, that means even if I give all of them to the fullest, I will still have some element left. In this case, I'll just return an empty array. Otherwise, now I fall into the scenario of making the dispatching, and my dispatching will be as follow. First thing first, I will create my vector that will be vector of int that will be result, and I initialize all of them to 1. That is the first thing. And since I've initialized all of them to 1, I need to remove n element from my subtotal because I've added 1 to each of my elements. So I have subtotal that will be equal to minus equal to n. So at this stage, n subtotal now contains the element left that I need to dispatch using my fullest strategy that I just described. So I'll just like for int a moving from 0 is less than n e plus plus, and for each of the element, what I'm going to say is the result of I is going to take, I'm going to increment some value, and the value I'm going to increment will be either 5 or n or subtotal. What does that mean? Let's say I have a subtotal of 10. The value I can add to result will be 5 because I cannot add 10, otherwise it will exceed 6. But let's say I have inside the subtotal of 2, the maximum value I can increment to result of A will be 2. So basically, at any cost, I will have the mean of 5 and subtotal. And then the element that has been added here should be removed to the subtotal, minus equal to the mean of 5 and subtotal. And at the end of this, I'll have my element be filled properly, and I can just return the result, this output result that I called here. So this is my approach of solving this, and we are sure that this will work because it has been said that if there are multiple answers, return any of them. So we are just building a solution based on the fact that we are giving one to each of them, and then we are filling from the first to the last at its fullest. Let's just run and see what it gives. Accepted. Let us submit. Yeah, everything is going, so it's working perfectly. This was my approach of solving this. I hope you did enjoy it. Feel free to give me any input. I'll be really happy to interact with you regarding this. See you on the next video. Ciao.